So it is Tuesday night, and that makes us 4 days out, essentially, from ThriftCon, and I'm leaving either Friday night or Saturday morning. I don't know, but I've officially run out of hangers. Not good. I have one box at home that has 50 in it. Still not enough to cover everything I plan on bringing. And so I just had to order some on Amazon. Since when is Amazon Prime not Prime anymore? What happened to free 2-day shipping? Okay, it's Tuesday. 2 days from now should be Friday because it's Tuesday night. Wednesday, technically, when this will ship out type thing. Amazon was trying to tell me that it was going to come till Sunday or Monday. What part of that is Prime? It is Tuesday night, and I'm not going to get anything till Saturday or Sunday or Monday? I'm about to cancel my Amazon Prime because, excuse you, it's supposed to be 2 day. 3 days, I'll cut you guys some slack. It's holiday season. But me not getting that stuff that wasn't going to work. So I had to order these other hangers, which look the same as the ones I use. Because I recently, for another market, like switched to these metal ones because they're a little bit thinner and they hold up better. So hopefully they're like same kind of quality, but they only had 2 left. So I'm only getting 80 on Friday. Hopefully they come in on time. And then I have 50 at home, which is 130, which should cover everything I need. But then it begs the question, how am I getting this all in my car? Do I have to bring a tent? No. But I do plan on having 7 racks, which is still going to take up quite a bit of space. And I have a lot of jackets and sweaters, which again is going to take up more space than the summer stuff. So do I know how I'm getting all this in my car? No, I don't. I should have started planning sooner. I'm a little stressed, just a little bit, because I also have to work all week. So not to mention that I have 2 wholesale boxes I'm working on, plus 3 style boxes on top of this. Oh, and did I mention I also have another market next weekend? Am I doing well? No. I'm not. But yeah, my brain is kind of everywhere, hence the hair, the actual nest on the side of my head right now. Online sales are good, which is good. I sold like 10 things today, which is lovely, but at the same time, I was planning on taking a lot of that stuff with me to ThriftCon, so I'm like, what are we doing? Anyway, this clip is very long. I'm really just ranting, but it's like 9 o'clock. And with the new daylight saving, 9 o'clock basically is midnight because it is pitch black at 5. So, anyway, I'm gonna go now, but I just want to give you guys an update with how prep is going. It could be going better, and it very well could have been worse. I'm glad I decided to start doing this tonight. So, see you guys tomorrow with another update. Good morning, happy Thursday. So I meant to talk to you guys yesterday, and life just wasn't allowing that. I ended up having to work for like 14 hours. So I did not get to do much. I did have a quick like hour window. So what I did was went on my phone, ordered my tags at Office Depot, and then I just picked them up on my break. This is like my life hack, and I will recommend this to anybody who wants to kind of do this. The quickest way to get tags is to make them as business cards. So because Office Depot can usually do these in like 2 hours, and it was $25 to get like 250 of these, which is a great deal. But anyway, so this is how they look. I just designed them on Canva, and it's got like my socials and stuff on this side, and then obviously my logo here, and then all I do is fold it in half. So when it's done, it kind of looks like this. So it'll have the price and all of my socials, and then it will have my logo here. So they can both recognize my logo, everyone knows where they got it from, but then also if they want to find me like on Instagram, Depop, or my YouTube, it's on this other side. So they have my socials to keep up with me if they were like happy with their experience, things like that. So I just get these made at Office Depot. It's a lifesaver. I know other people try to order them on like different websites, and it takes a while for them to come in. This is so fast. Just get them made as business cards, fold them in half, or just use them vertically, whatever floats your boat, but business cards are the way to go to have personalized tags. Anyway, so I ordered these, and then on the rest of my break after I picked them up, I was like folding them, and then when I got home last night at like
12:30, 12:45. I finished folding them all. I put some pricing on some of them just to make it easier for me to grab later. And the other ones I left blank because some of the bigger items, I don't know what I'm gonna price those at. So I want to leave some of these blank. Anyway, point is that this is all I did prep-wise yesterday. I wanted to do more, but it wasn't in the cards, but that's okay. So we're gonna knock it out today. I'm gonna go to the post office first to knock that out because that's a big responsibility. And while I'm out there, I think I'm gonna do a little thrifting just to treat myself because yesterday was just, it was a long day and I want to go thrifting and make me feel better about it. So we're going to post office, a little thrift trip, and then we'll get back to the unit. We'll continue to tag. And then the hangers I ordered on Tuesday, luckily Amazon Prime heard me complain and they're actually delivering tonight, which is best case scenario because I honestly want to start packing some of the bigger stuff in my car today. Honestly, we don't need to be sitting here and talking. Okay, whatever, we're gonna finish, but I want to start putting some stuff in my car like tonight so that it can condense a little bit, because when you first put like jackets and sweatshirts and stuff in your car, they're like really fluffy. So when they're stacked on top of each other, they kind of like smush down and it creates some more room in your car. So I think I'm going to try and do that tonight. So by the time it's time to do the rest of the car tomorrow, there's like more room and I can fit more racks and stuff. So we're going to see how that goes. Let's get it pushing, guys. It's Thursday. I want to leave tomorrow or Saturday morning, so the prep is coming to an end. We need to hustle. All right, so it's like 7 o'clock. It's been about 6 hours since I've last seen you guys. After we went thrifting, I did come back here to be productive and get everything tagged. But you see, here's the thing. Earlier, it was really gloomy, right? And it was not supposed to be sunny at all. But then the sun came out. And when the sun's out, it's such a waste if I don't take product photos. So instead of tagging, I just took pictures of stuff to post on Depop. So that's what I did earlier. Had to go home after that, let my phone charge, take a nap, eat, and now it is 7 o'clock. My storage unit closes in 3 hours. My brain is not here, but we do have the new hangers ×2, and we have the tags. So we don't really need the mental, okay? And the clothes are back there that I still need to deal with. So I'm just gonna get to work and put on some cartoons to watch while I do my thing. And I will keep you guys updated here shortly. Hopefully I get all this done tonight. I was almost done, but I've gotten like the plastic piece stuck in my tagging gun, so it will not work properly. This should be like, you know what I mean? So I think we are cutting it quits until tomorrow. I do have majority of my stuff packed, so I think I'm not packed, but like tagged and on hangers. So I think I'm just gonna start packing my car, and then because I just have like that back section. You can't really tell, but like there's this purple jacket, like floral jacket. That's the last thing I tagged. And then I just have like, I don't know, 20 more things back there. So I think we're gonna do this little warehouse sale tomorrow. And then on the way, will get a tagging gun at Hobby Lobby for like $8. I swear every single time I have a market, I have to buy another one of these because I always manage to break them. Now, this could be an indication that I just need to buy a higher quality one. But will I do that? No, because this is convenient. This is what I have on demand. Anyway, let's start getting this thing packed up, I guess, and see how much room we have in this car. All right, guys, update. We have clearly packed up my car. I did get a little carried away. So we're like 80% packed up already, and I still have a lot of room. I know it doesn't look like it, but like this is broken, so it should be like a lot higher. So I have about like a foot of room between this and my ceiling. And so if I had to put my racks in right now, they could all 7 of them slide in with ease. I already have my shoe rack in here, my $5 bins in the back, my shoes are already packed up in the car. So yeah, about 80% of my stuff is already packed up. This is going to condense down some just with like the weight and gravity and stuff. So I'll have room to kind of decide tomorrow night if I want to bring more stuff or not. Since I am going to bring 7 racks and it's such a big market, I really just want to bring as much as possible to sell as much as possible. I love to be able to move a lot of inventory at once, so I want to take advantage of this opportunity. So all I have left to like put in my car, like my mini skirts and my t-shirts and like tank tops. I'm not bringing a lot of tank tops or a lot of t-shirts because I just don't have a lot, but there is like a little pocket of space in between like this passenger seat and this little tower right here. So I do have plenty of room to kind of add that stuff, and then if I needed to, I could always like slide stuff on the side of my windows back there. But I am going to actually be able to see out of my back window, and that tells me I don't have enough stuff in my car. That is my key indicator, because typically I cannot see. But I don't have to bring a tent for this one, so I probably will still be able to see, which is nice to keep me safe for this 7-hour drive. So we'll see, but I'm very happy with where we're at. But it is 10 p.m. I'm exhausted, so I will see you guys in the morning for a little shopping extravaganza, and then we'll probably chill most of the day because I need to rest up before, obviously, Saturday, but we'll see what the vibes are. Good morning, friends. We are getting our oil change and our wiper blades replaced. I don't know. It's supposed to rain really bad tonight and tomorrow, and I want to be able to see when I'm doing this 7-hour drive, and I was due for an oil change soon, so I figured why not get it done before I leave, get my car all maintenanced up, my tires filled, so there is no interruptions and less chance of anything bad happening when we make this drive. So handling that, and then after we're done here, it should be like another 10 minutes or so, we're gonna head to that little estate sale warehouse, then stop by Hobby Lobby, get some lunch, and then head back to the storage unit. But I'm feeling really good today. A lot less stress. The car is packed. It's still condensing. It's only been like 12 hours. So I'm feeling really good. You guys, tell me that's not like the cutest little thing. Apparently they do this little warehouse sale like the first weekend of every month. I'm just now hearing about this, and I actually heard about it from like someone I work with because they saw my videos on TikTok. Asked if I had ever checked this place out. I was like, no. And now this is like my new favorite place to come, even if I don't get anything, which is rare, because honestly they price really well for what they have in there. Just seeing all the old tags is just so good. It was really dark in there, so the videos are probably a little lower quality just because it's hard for the phone to like pick up stuff when it's dark. But I had such a good time in there, and she ended up like not even pricing me out individually. She just said $90 for all of it, and I ended up paying like with tax $99, which is like really good considering the overalls I got were $15. I'll do a haul in a second. The overalls I got were $15. The poncho thing was $15. There was a sweater at $20. There was a t-shirt at $20. Like, I'm already well over $90 just with that. She really cut me a deal. Like, I love making friends. I will be back the first of every single month, and I will buy her stuff every single month. Tagging done is secured. $8 Hobby Lobby. We love. And then I got my Josie Mike's, my sandwich, my lunch. And I also got some, what are they called? Gummies? I don't know. But everything's secured. So we're going to eat the lunch on the way to the storage unit, tag a couple other things, throw it in the back, head to the post office, and then we're chilling the rest of the day because I have a long drive tomorrow. It's 7 hours. But we are rocking and rolling. It's only 12 o'clock. I'm killing this thing today. All right, let's get into this haul. I literally brought my reusable, whatever. I brought that bag and then I totally forgot at checkout because they were talking to me, but here we are. I've basically already shown you everything that I got, but the lighting was bad. So first up, we have this super soft little Christmas sweatshirt. Normally I do not pick up Christmas stuff, but I mean, look at the tag. The puff print is insane. It's super thin, but like in the best way possible. And it's so soft, so got that. Our classic little Russell Athletics moment here. I just love the color and the quarter zip to die for. Another little Russell Athletics moment here. Also got this Lacoste like velour vintage sweatshirt. I wish you guys could feel this. It's honestly insane. There's the tag. Like, I have never seen that old of a Lacoste tag. That's like probably one of my favorite parts about being in there. Oh, I forgot I had something breakable in there. But they always have like true vintage stuff. Like, look at this cape situation. Hold on. Like, look. I have to keep this. Like, this is where your arms come through. Like, there's no real sleeves or anything. It's just a cape. I have to style that. Speaking of capes and stuff, I also got this poncho. Had to. Don't know if I'm going to keep it because it's very bright and my color scheme in my closet is pretty neutral. But like, look how adorable this is. I had to get it. And then here is the freaking t-shirt, man. Oh my gosh. So freaking beautiful. Like, insane. It's like pristine condition, dude. Like, all over print at its finest. I'm trying to see if there's, it's made in the USA. It does have double stitch, so I think it's like an early 2000s rendition, like 2001 or something. Oh wait, it's single stitch on the bottom. For those of you that don't know, single stitch is an indicator of vintage, but I mean, like, there's not a crack in here. Like, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, it says it right here in front of my face. 1996. Hopefully you can see that. So cool though. And then the last like clothing item I got were these overalls. They were charging $15 for these, which is like honestly not bad, all things considered. and they're Robux, which is a really good workwear brand. Vintage as hell, and they're like pre-distressed, which I love. My friend just started to get really into painting and stuff, and he's been looking for a pair of overalls, and he was gonna buy a pair, but I was like, no, you need a pair that's perfectly worn in, already has some distressing and some wear to them. And so when I found these, I sent him a picture like with a quickness, and honestly, you couldn't even see how good the fade was in that dark room. So yeah, I got these, and then they have, I think this is gonna be so cute for his like paint and stuff, because there's a pocket right here. And then it's got like the carpenter style on the back. So, and the last thing I left with was this, because it was free. She said it was like a toothpick holder, but honestly, I feel like you could take shots out of this, and that might just be exposing my age. And I'm like, oh my God, a shot glass. And she's like, no, it's a toothpick holder. I think now that it's in my possession, it can be whatever I want it to be, but yeah. So we have this little thing. And it came with a candy cane. So anyway, that was it. I need to go pack my car up, and then I need to take a nap because I'm sleepy and it's getting rainy, which is nap weather. So I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow morning. 6.5 hours later, and we have finally made it to Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't think you guys understand how happy I was to finally be here. Okay, that easily felt like a 9-hour trip. I think my GPS is lying to me. It's trying to gaslight me. But it is Saturday, and we are here. We are getting set up. I am only allowed to get set up the day before because I am a Patreon member. So with ThriftCon, they have different Patreon memberships, and each tier gets like different benefits, and the highest tier is like $75 a month, but you're able to sign up for ThriftCon the day before. So like being a member of their Patreon gives you an automatic spot at ThriftCon, and it puts you in the front, which is nice. And then you also get to set up the day before everyone else. So if you plan on doing ThriftCon, it is 100% worth it, because let me tell you, when the link was open to general public to sign up to be a vendor, it sold out within 3 minutes. I did not have to deal with that stress. And now I don't have to deal with the stress of trying to load in with 100 other vendors Sunday morning, which again is a blessing, because this took me literally 5 hours to get set up. Show me the Ed Hardy piece for the YouTube.
The what?
The Ed Hardy piece for YouTube.
I need that to be out. Out.
Show it to me.
Face needs to be. I expected to have the pixelated box.
You're so dramatic.
Or it's cut. I did like 40 on it. I didn't give you a price at all. I don't know this. My heart wants to keep it.
Look at all this stuff. Dang. This loser right here. Where's loser number 2?
Tell them how we got scammed.
Oh yeah, this loser is number 2. He runs Vong Vintage.
Hey guys, we're here. Fucking looking at all of our dirty ass fucking stained bullshit.
It's finally quiet enough so I can talk. We have about 10 more minutes, so we have to be out of the building, but this is the full setup. All my men's stuff, the men's pants, my leathers look so good. I'm obsessed with the coats. Obviously had to have my shoe rack. And then we make it over to, we have some like corduroy stuff, all of my denim, some satin jackets, the fleeces, full. Over here, we have our girlier sweaters and a ton of vests. I didn't even realize I had this many. And then we have a little lingerie section. And then we have the rest of my women's tops. And then obviously in the middle, we are stacked to the brim with our women's bottoms. All of these are skirts. And then all of these over here are jeans. And then at the back here, I do have some corsets. And then once the day actually gets going, I will put the purses like at the ends of the racks. Again, shoes. I am loving these. I keep finding these recently. These little Western Chelsea boots. But these are the shoes I brought. I think they will do really well here. But yeah, this is what we're looking like down here. Tomorrow, once it gets started, the $5 pile will be here, and I'll like open up the bin, put some of the stuff on the floor. But let me back up again. Ta-da! I am really happy with this setup. It took like 5 hours, but totally worth it. I apologize for this like interrogation lighting setup. I just have a headache and I just cannot be bothered to turn on all the lights right now. Right now I'm feeling very good about tomorrow. I think my setup is so good. I'm very happy with it. It did take me all 5 hours. I did get a little distracted talking to some of my friends, but I think it's gonna pay off tomorrow. I'm honestly just ready to get it done. I keep forgetting that early bird starts at 9 and then general admission starts at 10 and then it ends at 5. So I'm working a full 9 to 5 tomorrow. And we need to be there no later than 8:30, they told us. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow, but I am excited and I hope it's a really big, good turnout. It was fun to see a lot of my friends ring set up, and I have some more coming in tomorrow, and they're setting up at like 5 in the morning. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I'm so grateful that I was able to set up the day before, because I would have been stressed trying to get all that stuff done that I did today tomorrow. So anyway, I'm feeling good. I'm about to go shower. I just grabbed Shake Shack or whatever, Steak and Shake, on the way back to the hotel. But I'm going to just take a shower and then relax for the rest of the night, and then it will be game time in the morning. A little nervous, but very excited. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye. It is finally game day. It's time to get this party started. All the sourcing, all the prepping has come down to this moment. It is the day of ThriftCon Charlotte, December 3rd, 2023. Let's get after it. I pulled up about an hour and 15 early. So early birds got in at 9 o'clock. They wanted everyone to be set up by 8:30. I already had my full setup done, so I wasn't really stressed that morning about getting my stuff together. I just wanted to be able to go around and see my friends, say hey, what's up, and hello, see what inventory they brought, because a lot of my friends don't live near me. And when I say a lot of them, I mean just about every single person in the vintage community that I'm friends with does not live near me. So there are 2 people that live in Alabama, but they are like 2 hours-ish away from me in different directions. I had some friends from Nashville and Chattanooga come up. I had plenty of people from Atlanta come up. There was a guy that were like mutual followers, I guess is the best way to say it, from Florida. There was this girl that I knew from Houston. She was there. I mean, people from all over were here. And there were a couple girls that I've done like wholesale for that are in Charlotte. And I've like sent them boxes and stuff. So to actually get to meet them in person and see some of my pieces on their racks was like a really cool experience. But yeah, so I just got there early so that I could do a little shopping and a little talking, because once we got started, since I'm by myself, I would not really be able to leave my booth because there was going to be a lot of people and I do not have time for people to steal. But it was really cool to kind of walk around and see how everyone gets their booth set up. This is the early bird people. It's 9 o'clock. That's who's coming in. Now, me and my friend Venus Glamour are running to our booths. If you like a lot of colorful vintage, rags and relics is your girl. She's from Charlotte. I mean, not Charlotte, Nashville. But anyway, this is the booth that was right next to me. Tell me how I'm supposed to compete with that. Please. I kept thinking people were coming over to my booth, but no, they were just mesmerized at the fact that that guy had spinning t-shirts and they're all over print, these crazy graphics. But honestly, I thought he had a bunch of vintage stuff. No, come to find out, a lot of them are reprints of vintage tees, which made me really freaking frustrated, because it's like diminishing the value and also just all the work that we put in, the people who actually sell vintage, if that makes sense. Because I honestly, this is supposed to be a vintage event, so the fact that they're even allowed to have reprints be their whole business model is crazy to me. Like, there's so much that goes into this, and so it's just really insulting. At least it felt like it to me, for someone to have a bunch of reprints. And if you're not in the community, that probably means nothing to you. But the new school stuff, like, I get it, but I don't know. Anyway, this is my outfit of the day. I have a lot of thoughts, and I'll get that out when we do, like, a full recap of the day. But I really liked my outfit. These 70s flares fit me beautifully. But as you can see, I still have a lot of stuff on these racks. They look full. They look like no one bought anything. And that's because this day did not go to plan. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was Charlotte, the city, but I really thought that I would leave with like half of what I came with. And when I tell you, when I started packing this car, it was still very much full. And I was like, why do I feel like I'm going home with the same amount that I came with? My car is just as full. And that was really frustrating because everyone's like, oh, ThriftCon is crazy. This is a great way to move a bunch of inventory. Like, make sure you bring some restock bags so you can refill your racks, like all this stuff. And I did it all. And yet, when it was time to go, I sold a full car. But anyway, I changed back into my sweats that I wore up here. And I got to bring my car in because I just waited till everyone was done because I was not trying to fight people to get packed up. So I just waited my turn. Once a bunch of people cleared out, we were able to pull our cars in. And then it was time to make this, again, 6.5 hour drive. And I did this the same day that ThriftCon finished because I had work in the morning at 6:30. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 days since ThriftCon, and I've kind of recovered enough to even think about finishing up this video. So let's get into the numbers, and then I'll talk about my thoughts on the whole event because I do have quite a few thoughts. Okay, so I sold a total of 83 items, which is not the most I've ever sold, and I was fully expecting to do way more than this, but I sold a total of 83 items, and the total amount that equaled up to was $2,107. Sounds pretty good on paper, but let's talk about the fees that had to go into this event. All right, so it was $550. You're hearing me right. Over $500 for my vendor slot. Just the vendor fee alone to have my 15 by 15 slot. $550 freaking dollars. And you're probably like, girl, you're freaking crazy. And I know, I am crazy. But in the moment I was like, this is the biggest like vintage market in the US. I should at least do like 4 bands. Like, this will be nothing. I'm already getting into some of my thoughts. So let me just finish these fees. So $550 just for my spot. And then I had to get gas basically twice up and twice back. This was a 7-hour drive. So $240 in gas. I spent about $60 in gas every time I fill up. It was $10 to park, which don't even get me started on that because why did we spend all this money? $550. And then I still have to pay $10 to park. That couldn't have been worked into that $550. Okay. Anyway, and then I had to get a hotel room, and I'm a little bougie when it comes to my hotels because I like to be cozy and comfortable, and I am a Marriott member. Okay, so I stayed in a Marriott for a night, and it was $140. So total in fees, we have $940 just in fees. So we started in the red, nearly $1,000 in the red. That's how we started the event. And then I sold my 83 items, and then I hit a total of $2,107. So $2,107 minus, sorry, I'm like looking at my computer behind you guys. So $2,107 minus the $940 in fees leaves me with $1,167 for the weekend. Yeah, which is not bad. I still made a good amount of profit considering how high these fees were. But in all honesty, I've done better at local events. And when I say local, I mean within like a 2.5 hour drive. Like there's one in like Kennesaw, Georgia, which is a little outside of Atlanta. And I did better at that market. And it was not the biggest one in the world or in the US. I'm just a little confused what happened here. I don't know. I was like halfway through the event and I was like, is my inventory bad? Like, why am I not doing as well as I expected to? Because I really thought, like, the way they hyped up ThriftCon, because this is my first one, the way they hyped up ThriftCon, it just made it seem like this is, like, the best thing ever. And my friends were like, make sure you bring as much as possible, because they've all done this before. This was personally just my first one. But, like, I had friends from Atlanta coming. I had friends who lived in North Carolina coming. I had friends from Tennessee coming. I knew people from Florida coming. I had people from Alabama coming. Like, I'm seeing all these different states come for this event. There's a girl in Houston who literally goes to every single ThriftCon. She drives to every single one. Granted, she does it full time, but my point is that there were people from all over coming to this state to do this. Like, people from all over were coming to do this event. So I'm like, it's got to be good if everyone is willing to make these crazy drives and spend this much money for this market. And then I got there and I'm like, what's going on? I've done better at a local event. Now, granted, when you do these bigger markets, there are a lot more vendors, and a lot more vendors means more wealth to be shared. But again, the one in Georgia that I'm talking about, it's called Ecology. It has a lot of vendors too, and yet I still did better at that event than this one. I mean, ThriftCon has like, I don't know, 100-something thousand followers on Instagram. Like, social media is crazy. They're good at promoting. They brought in like bigger like thrift influencers. One was from what's it called, Pennsylvania, and one was from like Nashville. Like, they brought, like, both those people have over $100,000 followers, like, combined. Like, I don't know, like, the promotion was there. I did my fair share of promoting, but like, the people just didn't come. I didn't even think there was a scene in Charlotte, North Carolina, so I was a little confused, and I think that was definitely part of it, because this was like the lowest amount of people who have ever come to a ThriftCon. Like, there were only like 6,500 people who came, and like in Atlanta they had 10K plus come to that market. Don't even get me started on Denver, but they're like from Denver, that's where it's originated, so of course, like, that's the biggest one, it's gonna pop off. But like, I don't know, like, people just did not come out, and there was some shopping to be done. I feel like some people either did really well, or we were all kind of like, this was the worst ThriftCon. So I don't know. Did I make money? Yes. Am I happy I am well into the green? Yes. But did I expect to do way more? Absolutely. For the amount of time and effort that I put in, because like I said, 7-hour drive there. And then I had to get set up, which was like 5 hours. And then the next morning, I had to get there at, I got there at 8. The market started at 9. I worked till 5. Then when we had to do takedown and stuff, I didn't leave till like 7:15. So that was like 2 hours and 15 minutes by the time I had gotten all my stuff packed up and like ready to go. And my car was still filled. Like, I was thinking that it was going to be like half full. And it looked like I had just packed up for this market. And then right after the market, I had to drive my 7 hours back because I had work on Monday. And I had to be there at 6:45 in the morning. I literally got back home at 1:30 in the morning. So this was like a lot of stress, a lot of time, a lot of energy for not the biggest payoff. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about that. Maybe Charlotte was not the move. Because the girl that I know that I'm like social media friends with and I officially met, which was so cool. I met so many people that I follow online, and that was awesome. So anyway, that's another story. But the girl that's actually from Charlotte, she was like, there's not a whole lot of markets here. Like, we're trying to get it up and coming and like make it a thing, but there's not a lot of stuff going on in Charlotte. Like, we usually have to go to Raleigh, or we'll go down to like Charleston, South Carolina. Like, even we have to travel to do our own market. So I don't know if ThriftCon was doing this to try to make a scene in Charlotte for vintage and stuff like that, but I definitely think it hurt a lot of the vendors. So grateful, you know what I mean, that I did actually end up making money, because I would have been very upset if I didn't, but the profit just wasn't there for the amount of effort that went in. But I did meet a lot of cool people. It's always a good time to hang out with friends, make new friends. A lot of people have said that they've been seeing my reels on Instagram, because those have low-key been popping off. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there, because I'm a lot more active with the short form content right now. But anywho, those are my thoughts and feelings and concerns. I don't know if it was worth it. Will I do the one in Atlanta? Yes, I will, because it's only a 2.5 hour drive, and that's a lot more manageable. So even if I don't, like, I don't know. I will probably do that one in the spring. There's a lot more people that come to that one. It's a lot closer. It just makes more sense, you know what I mean? And I will give it another shot. It's continuously done well in Atlanta, so. And I've had other markets in Atlanta where people really come and show out, so I can only imagine what happens at ThriftCon. So I will likely do that one in Atlanta in the spring. But yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina, Queen City was not giving queen, you know what I mean? Like, it was just not, it was not giving queen bee. So I don't know. That's my thoughts, feelings, and concerns. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. This was quite the adventure. No regrets, just not the ending I expected necessarily, but grateful nonetheless. I love you all. Leave any questions, comments, and concerns down below. This was such a fun video to make. I'm so glad I'm getting back to making videos. I really fell off for a minute there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this longer video. I feel like you guys deserved it. But I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.